The 1970s saw a return to Japan's international prominence after decades of reconstruction following World War II. While outside Japan some were vaguely aware of manga's existence, it was still primarily read within the island it originated from. From this decade, its popularity only continued to grow, and thanks to the variety of genres that manga tackled, there was something for everybody to enjoy. So, let's take a look back on what series were at the top during this time. Published in 1973 and written by Ryoko Ikeda, The Rose of Versailles is a historical romance drama set in the turbulent final years of the French monarchy. The manga centers around Oscar Francois de Jarget, a woman raised by her father, a high-ranking general, to serve in the French Royal Guard. The youngest of 6 daughters, her father addresses her as a male and named her Oscar despite her being born female. Oscar becomes the commander of Marie Antoinette's guard and soon finds herself caught in the swirl of palace intrigue, political unrest, and emotional turmoil. The story follows both Oscar and Marie Antoinette, weaving their lives together as France inches towards revolution. Marie Antoinette is an Austrian-born noblewoman betrothed to Louis XVI, the Crown Prince of France. She struggles with adapting to the French court, her royal duties, and her desires as queen. She has more interest in fashion and parties than with politics. Tensions rise when she begins a relationship with the handsome Swedish noble Hans Axel von Fersen. Meanwhile, Oscar grapples with questions of gender, duty, and love, particularly her complex feelings for her childhood friend and loyal servant, André Gondier. André had been deeply in love with Oscar for years, but hides his true feelings out of respect and duty. As uncertainty rises and revolution brews, Oscar begins to sympathize with the common people, leading to a powerful climax that ties together personal sacrifice with sweeping historical change. Major themes include duty versus desire, gender and identity, and class conflict. It's one of the most influential shoujo manga ever created, helping to define the demographic in the 1970s. It spawned off into anime, a live-action film, and even musicals. The series helped promote interest in French history in Japan, so much that Ikeda was awarded the Legion of Honor by the French government, the most prestigious honor in France. The Drifting Classroom is a horror science fiction manga by Kazuo Umezu, originally serialized from 1972 to 1974. The story centers on 6th grader Sho Takamatsu, a troubled child that has a turbulent relationship with his mother. After getting into a heated argument with her, he heads off to school with his friend Shinichi. On their way to school, they both realize that they forgot their lunch money. Shinichi turns around to go get his, while Sho decides to go to school without it. Once Shinichi is on his way back though, he discovers that the school has mysteriously vanished after a powerful earthquake that rocked the entire city. We switch back to Sho's perspective and see that the entire school building and its occupants, students, teachers, and staff, have been transported to a desolate, desert-like future where humanity seems to have been wiped out. The students try to rush the staff to escape the school, but they are stopped by any means necessary. With no way to return and faced with extreme scarcity of resources, strange monsters, and psychological breakdowns, the students are forced to survive in an increasingly hostile and surreal environment. Sho quickly emerges as a courageous leader, doing everything he can to keep hope alive and guide his fellow students through the chaos. As time goes on, the challenges become more horrific, not just from the environment, but from within, as fear and paranoia unravel the group. The manga is known for its intense emotional moments, grotesque imagery, and social commentary on human nature, youth, and survival under pressure. It's a gripping and disturbing tale that blends science fiction with psychological horror, and is considered one of Kazuo Umezu's most iconic and influential works. Blackjack is a medical drama manga created by legendary artist Osamu Tezuka, who also happened to be a medical doctor. Published from 1973 to 1983, the series follows the enigmatic and unlicensed genius surgeon known only as Blackjack, who performs miraculous operations for exorbitant fees. Though he operates outside the medical establishment, Blackjack is a man of immense skill and deep, often hidden compassion. Living in isolation with his pint-sized assistant, the sharp-tongued child Pinocchio, Blackjack travels across Japan and occasionally the world, taking on cases no other doctor can handle. The stories are largely episodic and often involve bizarre medical conditions, moral dilemmas, human suffering, and commentary on the corruption or limitations of the medical profession. Despite his cold, mercenary facade, Blackjack frequently helps his patients regardless of their ability to pay, especially when the case touches on a serious injustice or a personal code of ethics. The manga balances thrilling, sometimes surreal medical procedures with Tezuka's signature style of emotional storytelling, social critique, and dark humor. At 25 volumes long, it is Tezuka's most extensive work, and it is lauded by many as one of the greatest manga of all time. Created by Go Nagai, Devilman's story follows Akira Fudo, a timid, kind-hearted high school student living with his love interest, Miki Makimura's family. On his way to his best friend Ryo Asuka's home, Ryo informs him that his father has burned himself to death and left a sizable inheritance that he wishes to share with Akira. Ryo then reveals a shocking truth. Ancient demons that once ruled the earth are reawakening and plan to reclaim the world from humanity. Ryo's father learned how to fuse with the demon, but ended his own life after the demon took over his conscience and almost killed Ryo. The inheritance that he left behind was the knowledge of obtaining this power and the notes he left while he was merged with the demon. Ryo believes Akira can merge with the demon and keep his humanity intact due to his pure heart. This way, Akira can utilize the demon's powers to stop the other ones from wreaking further havoc on the world. To that end, Ryo orchestrates a violent ritual at a Sabbath party, hoping that Akira will merge with a powerful demon. The plan succeeds. Akira fuses with the fearsome demon Amon, becoming Devilman. While Akira gains immense strength and ferocity, he retains his human compassion, turning his newfound powers against the demons threatening mankind. Devilman is infamous for its intense violence. Though it began as a monster fighting series, it evolved into one of manga's most harrowing and influential stories, laying groundwork for future dark and psychological anime and manga. From the minds of Kazuo Koike and Goseki Kojima, Lone Wolf and Cub tells the tragic, brutal tale of Ito Ogami, the former executioner for the Shogun of Japan during the Edo period. Once an esteemed samurai of impeccable honor, he is falsely accused of treason by the scheming Yagi clan, who seek to usurp his position and power. His wife is murdered and his life is destroyed. Stripped of his title and home, Ito embarks on a path of vengeance. He becomes an assassin for hire, traveling to the countryside with his infant son Daigoro, in a baby cart rigged with hidden weapons. Together they walk what Ito calls Mefumaro, the road to hell, as father and son seek to destroy the Yagyu clan and clear their family name. Ito is a skilled swordsman and tactician. Despite his violent and stoic demeanor, he is a man of principle, and his relationship with Daigoro is his emotional anchor throughout his journey. Daigoro is surprisingly mature and resilient for his age. He is a symbol of innocence while he bears the burden of his father's legacy. The manga is renowned for its mix of emotional storytelling, historical detail, and graphically realistic depictions of sword fighting. Each chapter often presents a standalone assassination job, gradually building toward the climactic confrontation with Yagyu Retsuro, the head of the Yagyu family. Its influence can be seen in various forms of media across the world. It helped popularize the trope of a formidable caretaker protecting a child through a dangerous adventure, as seen in Game of Thrones, The Last of Us, and The Mandalorian. It also had a strong impact on American comic artist Frank Miller's works, and he even got to draw the volume cover of the English release for the manga. At its heart, Lone Wolf and Cub is both a revenge epic and a meditation on fatherhood, duty, and loss, set against the backdrop of feudal Japan. And there you have it, some of the standout manga that helped define the 1970s. From sweeping historical dramas to chilling horror, daring medical adventures to dark tales of humanity and vengeance. This was a decade where manga really showed just how wide its storytelling potential could be. Many of these series went on to inspire countless creators, both in Japan and around the world. And even today you can see their influence echoing through modern anime, manga, films, and beyond. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into manga history. Which of these titles caught your interest the most? Or is there a 70s manga you think deserves a spotlight? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for being here, and until next time, happy reading.